Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name is Jade, and this is How to App on iOS. And today, Saturday here in Australia, I'm going to be looking at Spatializer. And it's going to be cool. Howdy dowdy diddly do. Hope you're all doing well. Hey, if you're watching over on Facebook, welcome to the show. You can always join us over here at the YouTubes at youtube.com/JadeStarr, or you can always go over to Twitch at twitch.tv/howtoapponIOS. Don't forget, you can also watch the show daily in the web browser if you so desire at howtoapponIOS.com. And you can still communicate with everybody in the chat and all of that stuff. Yes, we're going into space today. Hello to folks in the chat. Hello, paying to get. I hope you're doing well. Ching ching. Hello to Sai. It's always effing good to see you. Thomas Christ, Quantovox, Zoltan. Good to see you. Thank you for being here today, and thank you for providing me the code to play with this. We're going to have some fun, but not in the way you may expect today, because what I really get from this app is something that many people may not, but it tickles my metal fancy. Hello, Kev Hart. Hello, my friend. Speaking of Kev Hart, we will speak of Kev Hart in a second. Audible Video, hello to you. Hello, Russ8889. I hope you're doing well. Let's talk about Kev Hart for a second. Let's talk about the community, something which we will do here and there, tither, nither, thither, better. So let's have a look at my Apple Music thing just before we get into today's app and stuff. If you notice, going through my playlist here, there's a lot of stuff from people's music in the community. No secrets. Kev Hart has just released a brand new EP for Metal Shack called Begin Again. So if you haven't heard it, I recommend you do, because it's really, really cool. Hello, Jim Shannon on Sounds. I hope you're doing good as well. Kev's got a whole bunch of music from Metal Shack here, so make sure you check out people's music. Hello, Doug. I can see you in the chat through my magic mirror. Who else do we have here? Josephine DeSmet also has a single out, which we're going to play a little bit of her music again, this particular song, and we're just going to whack it through today's app, Spatializer. So she's got another cool track, I Only Trust Myself, which is awesome stuff. Josephine's a fantastic artist. She's been on the show. I've interviewed her, you know, all that stuff. Chandler Brothers have music here. Russ has a new single out, The Delicate Giants. Phil Collins cover In the Air Tonight. As you can see, there's so many cool people from the community here. There's my latest stupid single. Chandler Brothers have a whole bunch of music as well. I'm just flicking through showing, oh, I'm a warrior of Genghis Khan. Thank you for the super chat, Kev. That's very kind of you. Hambo Hounslow, welcome to you. Chandler Brothers have heaps of music here. I mean, Ron Ward has another project going on called Pam. No, it's called Strange Machine. He's got a single called Pam out. So if you didn't know that, Darren Anderson's just dropped a new album. Man, there's so many people in this music community who have dropped awesome albums. If you haven't heard Darren Anderson's new EP, fuck. Man, this guy is if you're into, you know, hair rock and all that stuff, check it out, man. He makes Poison sound like shit. That's not hard to do, by the way, because it's Poison. Jamie Mellon has music on it. Look, there's so many great people. Do yourself a favor and check out your people you see in the chat, because you will be surprised, yes? Or you won't be surprised, because there's a lot of talent going on. Are there any price drops today before we jump into today's app? Oh, I've got the wrong page open, as usual. Helium's got a price drop from $9.99 to $7.99. So there you go, if you're wanting Helium. You know, 4 Pockets are always fantastic. There's always a sale somewhere going on for 4 Pockets apps, which is really cool. I don't know. There's not much else here that's changed over the week. Seems like the apps are slowing down at the moment, yeah? I think the second half of the year we're going to have a bit of a slowdown in apps. Anyway, enough of that. And I did promise yesterday we were going to go out with Thomas Christ track yesterday, and Pete, in his infinite wisdom, with his dog needing to go to the toilet, kind of rushed me off and I forgot about it. So we're going to go out with it today. Yeah, we'll make sure we go out with Thomas Christ's new single just to wrap up the show. What are we looking at today? We're looking at, it disappeared. Damn you, App Store. Spatializer. Spatializer. What is Spatializer in a nutshell? Look, it's whatever you want it to be. No. So what's cool about Spatializer is, now I know a lot of people use the app Wider. Wider is really popular amongst the iOS community because of what it does. It widens things out. But the thing with that app in particular is it does split things completely. So, you've got nothing left up the guts, which can cause some phasing. And that's why with that particular app, I'm pretty sure Wider is a free app from memory. I don't know. A Peppy? That wasn't the room for a joke. But, and what's really cool about Spatializer is, again, this is a widening kind of app, but what it does is it keeps the middle of whatever you're widening up the guts, mate. So it keeps it there. And why is that good? So you got it up the guts. Keeps it up the middle, right? So you're still widening, so you're getting a whole bit of thickening going on there as well. Which what I find it good for, and I'm going to focus on that today. You guys know I play a lot of metal and stuff, and a lot of heavy music. Man, what it does to some guitar sounds. Fuck. It's really cool. It really does some cool stuff for some heavy guitar sounds, and I'm going to focus on that today. And I know Doug's already done a show on it as well, so you can always go over and check that out too. What else was I going to say? And the other good thing about this is with a lot of widening, you can get phase issues, and this can really cancel that out because it keeps that sound up the guts. But without further ado, I should stop. So it's on sale for $6.99 at the moment US. Yeah. And it will go up to $9.99. So if you are going to get it, so it's actually at that lower price until August 20. All right, so you've got some time, and we're going to play with it today. First, I'm going to kick off with it with an acoustic, because you guys know that each weekend I do normally an acoustic live show, and I throw on things like Altetha, and I throw on Black Hole. Well, I do believe for my next acoustic show, I'm going to throw this on as well, just to fatten it up a little bit, because it really does sound nice. And it is going to be a focus on guitars today. It just is what it is. As you can see, I have pre-prepared this for you. Thank you, Jim Shannon on Sounds. That's very kind of you for the super chat. Thank you so very much. So we'll bring in my acoustic first. So I've got my Yamaha semi-acoustic, lovely, not very clean guitar. It needs a clean. Before I do this, let me just indulge, because it is 6:10 a.m. here in the morning. So cheers. Need some more coffee. Yeah, exactly, Kev. Wider, 15% on the guitars. Subtle but so effective. But now, many of you will know me and Kev Hart are working on an album at the moment called Desir, and I'm going to be playing a bit of that today. And he's got Wider on some of the tracks, and I'm going to remove that and replace it with this and show you what the fuck it does, because it's cool. Okay, now do I have volume and such all kind of working here? Let me just turn down my mic and make sure. Okay, so okay, so we have some volume on my acoustics. So this is just running straight into my Steinberg UI22, as you can see over here, into channel 2. The other thing before we jump in that I will tell you is this works really well too with other effects in an effects chain. And as you can see, I've put it at the end of all the effects chains, right, that I do have here. And it's nothing fancy that I've got together. And I do suggest if you aren't wearing headphones, it's going to be hard for you to understand. If you're listening through the speaker of your iPhone right now down here, I'd put some headphones in, man, just so you can understand what is going on. You won't hear much difference. It just is what it is. So put on your headphones now. So instantly, I've just added that in there. You should have heard. With no other effect, instantly. I'm going to turn down my mic. So instantly what that is done, it is split those aside, and left everything up the guts. So here's the interface here. It's a really nice interface too. You've got a whole lot of lovely meters to play around with. Get me off the cam there. We'll go through the scope first. So we've got a scope here, and you also have an active, so you know when it's active when you've got this little button here. I'll just make sure it is, yeah, it is turned on. That's cool. So you can turn it on and off just by pressing this little button over here on the far right. And what's really cool about the different kind of scopes on here and different meters, it shows you exactly where everything's being spread, yeah? So I'm going to jump away. So now, with this particular one, you can see everything up the guts there, right? And you can see everything that's, as I play harder, it's spreading out wider, yeah? And you're getting that whole width happening there. And what's really cool about this too is why it works really well with other effects is that it picks up the effects chains and adds that into it and spreads those out as well too, yeah? It's really fucking clever. First swear of the day. It is what it is. There's many more swears to come, you know, if you're a viewer of this channel. There's a whole bunch of presets in here as well. So if you're looking for presets, don't be afraid. You've got some different options here with how the meters look. So you can change this to just a square, a rectangle up the middle. Then you've got a split. And then you've got this radial type here and the scope. So I'm going to scoot back to the scope for a second because what's really nice as well in here too, this you've got this little track position, and you'll see while I'm playing this, you've got these dots here that track where everything's being spread. Now if I pull out, let's head over to the left here. Now we've got the amount of how much spatializing is happening. So if we turn this down, you'll see everything goes up the guts and we get that. And as we bring this in, you can see this actually start to So you have a time scale here. So you can change the time scale of... Thank you again, Kevin Hart. That's up the guts, mate, up the guts. And you have a decay switch here as well. To the right, now what's really cool, we'll just bring this back to the default parameters. And you also have, hey, what's going on, Pete Johns? It's, ladies and gentlemen, Pete Johns. You can see that you actually do have control over this too with your left and right input. So when I turn this knob here, the input balance over here, you can see we're controlling the left and right there. So we'll just bring that back to default parameters. And also over on the right hand side, you've got, lovely enough, you've got a presence knob. So you can play around with your presence to your heart's content. You've got a low and a high knob there as well over this side. And you've got this gate time here. From what I understand from the manual, what I've read about this, is when you've got effects on here and you've got a whole bunch of things going on, things can get a little bit out of hand. And from what I understand, this ain't going to need to be messed with too much. Probably 92% of the time, that's off my head number. Most of the time, the majority of the time, you're not going to need to use this gate time for anything really, you know. But it is there to help reel things in a little bit if they get out of control. And you've got a send mode here. And what is the send mode? This is really great. Thank you very much, Audible Video, for the kind. You guys are fantastic for Super Chats today. That's so nice. So if you're using a DAW, yeah, like Audio Pro or Cubasis, the send mode is really cool if you're using this as a auxiliary send effect unit. So you can turn this on and just bring the effect into a send, right? So it wouldn't work in GarageBand or anything like that, but this is perfect for that. You're not going to need it right in this situation. GarageBand, you're definitely not going to be able to do that kind of thing. But any DAW that you have a send, any send effects or anything like that, perfect, yeah? So I'm going to just throw some, just quickly, just while we're on the acoustic guitar, just go through the sound that I normally use for my live streams on the weekend, which is normally a bit of Black Hole and a bit of Altetha, and then we'll throw this in as well just to hear, and again, the subtlety of these things are the most important things. You don't need to overdo it. I'll probably whack it up really crazily just so you can see it at its extreme, but it's the subtlety of all these apps that really rock. So we'll bring in my usual settings for my live streams with my acoustic. We'll take out Thank you very much, Sai. You guys are awesome. What the hell? What got in the water today? That's really kind of you all. So I'm going to turn down my mic. So you can hear there, it just is oh, thank you very much, Emily. I had a dream about you, Emily. Yeah, that's right. That is exactly right, Audible Video. So it is showing the distribution. So if you notice, as I pull this amount down, here, we'll take out the effects just so you can get a better idea. Because what it does in the chain of the effects, it's taking into account the effects as well too, yeah? So as you can see now, this the first button, the amount, as I turn this down and then turn this back up, you can see how much it's actually spreading, yeah? And it's keeping that middle sound up the guts. That's the word. That's the line of the day. It's keeping all that in there. So you can hear that when you hear the tail there. So it pulls it all in, yeah, reels it all in. So it's a much bigger sound. Anyway, I'm going to jump onto some heavy guitar because we've spent a little bit of time on the acoustic, and I will be using this on not this week's live acoustic stream because I'm doing Gladys Worthington this week, but next week I'll definitely be using it on the show, and you should hear just a much thicker sound because it's beautiful. It is a nice, subtle sound there. Where you're going to really hear it now, I promise you that, is with my electric guitar. Just give me a second to grab it. If you do have any questions, remember, Zoltan is here, the developer, so just ask him and I'm sure he'll answer, because I don't know everything, you know. I just learn what I can, and I use what I think sounds good to me, right? So we got let's bring in this electric guitar, and I'm just going to kick off with a heavy sound. I'm just to make sure it's not too loud, and I'm using Tone Bridge. Cool. All right, I'm going to turn down my mic and just watch what this does to this guitar sound. Watch how wide and thick this fucker gets. Are you fucking shitting me? Right, so where is this going to work well? I'll tell you where it's going to work well. A lot of us who make metal, right? You're going to have maybe 3 guitar tracks if you really want some beef. Where am I going to use this? So we have Songtember coming up, and I'm going to be doing a FMC EP over Songtember. So I'm definitely going to be using this for the specific sound with 1 guitar track of this up the guts, mate. And then 2 other guitar tracks, left and right, hard panned. Man, that will sound so fucking sick, man. It will sound brutal. Oh my God, you guys. Thank you so much, Hambo Hounslow. You guys are really killing it today. I'm gonna turn up the time scale on this. I'm gonna put this up full blast just so you can hear how crazy this can get. Let's go. Let's just pump it all the way up. Whoa! clearly you're not going to like crank it all the way like this. Let's have a bit of a play. Fuck off. Insane. Give some presence, pump up the presence fully. Pretty sick, yeah? So we'll go have a look at some of the presets before moving on. Oh, Jesus. Kev, what are you doing, man? All right, let's have a look at some of the presets that are in here. So you've got like a studio. Oops, did I just put the guitar out of tune? It doesn't matter. So you've got a bright room as well. So and a live room. So immediately, as soon as I pull it off, you can see it sounds like dog shit without it. Like, absolute crap. I don't want to stop using it. It's hella brutal. I knew you would love it, Kev. It's sick, man. This is very, very, very cool. So I'm very blown away by it. So we'll jump off here for now. We'll throw it on some vocals, yeah? Throw it on some vocals. And thank you, for Quantovox, for being in there and answering the questions while I just get to play some crap. Because you obviously can explain a lot better than me. I mean, you developed it. Oh, shit. That's not very pro. Get rid of that. Let me get rid of my guitar. God, could you Quantovox with Zoltan. So I'm going to throw it just on this microphone here. Now, a lot of you all know that I do my vocals with a whole bunch of effects on the weekend when I do these live streams. So we'll just pull these out for now. Let's bring in, I'm not using a good compressor or anything. Where are we? Hello. Hey. Say, baby, do you want to lay down with me? Say, baby, do you want to lay down by my side? Say, baby, do you want to lay down with me? Jade, baby, yeah. Well, my, there you go, baby. There you go, baby. So immediately you can hear it goes from a really dead, flat-sounding microphone straight up to something of it gives it space, man. It sounds like you're in a room. You're creating a room around it by widening it around the middle, so you can hear there's a whole lot more depth just with this really basic SM58, yeah? So let's turn down this main microphone. Well, yeah. Well, yeah. Skoo-bam-bam-bam-bam-bam-ba-doo-doo. Down, yeah. What on down, yeah. Get on down, mom, yeah. So, if we bring in some effects, which I would normally use like in a live stream, like we've got a black hole in here. Well, Are you two right? Are you trying to outdo each other? Did you both have a dream about me again? Thank you, Emily. That's really kind of you. God, you guys rock. I'm blushing. So you can hear, definitely, it opens up the microphone, gives it a little bit of space, widens it out, and it sounds beautiful, yeah? I'm super impressed. It's really nice, and today I didn't have enough time to set up my other condenser mic to really, and it's a bit early today to really be bumping out the vocals, really singing too loud because it's only 6:35 a.m. I'm sure my neighbours hate my guts. So, say, do you feel do you feel it? Do you feel it? Where do we go there? I think I lost it. There it is. I had the wrong one open. Do you feel it, Do you feel it? Do you feel it bring the vocal to life, man? Listen to that. Boom. Boom. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, whoa. Hi. Really thickens it up. It gives it heaps of width. And, you know, as with all these apps, you play with it to your taste. I'm not here exactly to tell you how to use it, but to help you use your imagination, how it would help you with the way you make music. So let's just piss off the vocals for a second. What time are we? 6:37. Hello, Brian. Welcome to the chat. Is anyone else I miss? Hello, James Kimball. So I'm just going to throw it on some drums now, just for some fun. Make sure that's off. I don't know what this is. It's in Hammerhead, Russ. It's called Booyah. So I'm just going to throw in some Blease delay. I just love how it keeps it up the guts. Up the guts, mate. You can see when I pull this amount back, we're getting that more conservative amount of spread. Beautiful, yeah? $6.99 this app is. It's on sale until the 20th of August, where it goes up to $9.99. So you can control the decay of it as well. Pull the decay right out of there. And it's nice that you've got a high EQ in here as well to play around with. And I'm just pushing it over the top so you can, and if you're not wearing headphones, you're crazy. Pretty nice stuff. Yeah, it absolutely shines on heaps of things, man. It's up to you what you want to try it on, and yeah, better than wider by a mile. No shit, man. Like I'll tell you, it removes all those phase issues. And I'll tell you, I was going back last night over tracks in GarageBand where I had wider, and I was removing wider and putting this in place of it. It's really nice, man. So last on here, and before I open up GarageBand and play around in GarageBand for a little bit, because we try not to forget our GarageBand friends, I'm just going to play a bit of Josephine de Smet's song. And you can, again, subtly, she's already got a fair bit of panning on this, but man, in the chorus of this song, it really fucking adds just that little bit of shine, you know? I've got to go back to the start.
See it lurking in the shadows, and I'm crossing my heart that I'm not the one that they're coming to get, 'cause I'm still too young to be taken out. I know I don't really fit in the system they build, gotta bell it out, but I can't resist to refuse to walk
So yeah, again, I'm pushing that to the max so you can hear what's going on there. Only subtleness, and that is a finished track, remember too. So just to be able to add that in there look, I think it's a really good app, really, really nice app. It only just dropped yesterday, so I've only had a day to play around with it. Lastly, he will throw in an early demo of me and Kev's Desir track, Chaos Bringer. What you will notice with this is it really spreads the vocals and gives the vocals power, yeah? Bow down to the power of pain. Fall down, seal your own pain. Run from the spell of what you can't control. You are the pawn marching forward for the chaos bringer. Destruction is the only way. Roll the dice, it's time to play. Humanity is just a shit stain on the bottom of a shoe. Obliteration of a race, nothing more than a waste of slay. Humanity has had its chance, now it's time to lose. Roll the dice, take a chance. The chaos will consume you all. I will be your savior. I will be your king. So there you go. Head melting, yeah? Let's open up. Let's get out of here. Let's open up some GarageBand for a little bit. And Kevin's super chatting his own music. Dude, thank you so much. I don't know what you're doing, man. Are you okay? Thanks, man. And as you can see here, folks, this is my current GarageBand project folder. So you may understand what's going on here. We're getting very close to releasing the new Desir album. It won't be long before I'm sending Kev all the tracks with a lot of the vocals he hasn't heard yet. So we are getting incredibly close to this album coming. I'm going to open up. Let's make a copy of one of these tracks. Let's make a copy of Eggshells. Eggshells too. Let's open up Eggshells. So yeah, we got 15 tracks on this album so far. I don't know if they'll all make it. Make sure the guitars are working. Cool. Goody gumdrops. And let me just get rid of this in the background. You can go bye-byes. And let's have a listen to some of these wider tracks. Now, remember with this, Kev's got the guitars are actually they're actually panned hard and left, yeah? So let's see. And I'm pretty sure he's got wider on these. Let me get to this view. And we're going to tool around with these guitar tracks. Where are we? So he's got a left and right. And you can see he's got wider on here. I'm just going to get rid of it. Even though these are panned. Man, S. So even though he's got hard pans on there, you can actually bring this in and just give it that little bit of, just a bit of a boom in there to make it a little bit thicker, yeah? I reckon this is gun. If I take it out...
Lies will be your demise. Fuck your disguise. Look into my eyes and say goodbye. Don't tell me your lies. Fuck up and die. Look into my eyes and say goodbye. Angels, no desire. Angels, swallow your angels. You know you angels. Say goodbye.
So very subtly, sounds fucking brutal, yeah? Sounds absolutely savage. And it doesn't, you don't need to use it too much. That's the thing. You don't want to overuse it. It's exactly the same as wider. You just want to add it to a little bit of body. How I would, as I said, I'm going to use it for the new FMC stuff, is do a middle guitar up the guts, and then 2 tracks on each side. And I'll probably put a spatializer on all 3 of them and pan the left and right and give that big wide sound up the middle with 3 different guitar tones. So it's going to sound absolutely spastic. Did I just use that word? I did. It's terrible. But you know what I mean. And that's going to be coming up. So during Songtember, I'm definitely going to be using this for a whole bunch of guitar stuff. So stay tuned. I think this is killer. I think it's going to sound great. Let's just get out of here. And we can remove this track because I just made a copy of it. I'm going to open up my Kindercore track, which I just released, and throw it on the vocals just to show you what you can do here. We'll make a duplicate. It is an absolute replacement for wider and an upgrade. Totally, Russ. Absolutely agree with you 100%. It's definitely going to get a lot of use from me. And I hope you too. I hope you can see the value in it because it's cool. Let's go into these vocals here. Now these are what I recorded for this current track I did with the Gadget. So we've got some vocals here. Hold my hand before you take my life. So what I would really use this for, I would use this for the second track. So I've got a main vocal, which is louder than the second. So I'm just double tracking with this. And as you can see, this vocal here is lower. So I'm going to put it on the second track. I think that's where it's going to have the most value to widen that underneath. And we'll pull it up here. Spatializer. The only thing I hate is that it starts with the letter S. So in GarageBand, I've got to scroll down really far to find it. Cool. Let's turn it off for now and play this. Hold my hand before you take my life from me. The final breath of suffering to set me free from all the pain humanity deals constantly. Very subtly, I've got that. It's probably up loud, but because it's lower, you probably can't hear it as clearly, but I can hear it. Hold my hand before you take my life from me. The final breath of suffering to set me free from all the pain humanity. So again, I'll probably add that on this third track here as well. So let's hit edit, get rid of this effects EQ because it's rubbish, it does nothing. And again, I'm going to really knock it up really hard on this, because it's this really distorted harmony in there, and I want it to distort. That's the point of this actual vocal line. Spatializer. So let's go into the settings here. Let's crank this up, give the time scale loud, and you'll hear
From all the pain humanity deals constantly.
So on purpose, this was recorded to peak out to create a really natural distorted kind of tone there.
Hold my hand before you take my life from me. The final breath of suffering to set me free from all the pain humanity deals constantly, exploiting for the insanity of your mind.
Sick, yeah? I think it's brilliant. I'm going to end it here today, because Pete Johns is up next with the YML, Your Music Live, and we all want to get over there and watch Your Music Live and check out everybody's music from the community, because this community rocks, and you guys today have been extra special. Thank you, Kev. Thank you, Emily. Thank you, everybody. Sai, everybody who's sent super chats. You guys rock. Very kind of you, yeah. What else do I want to do before we get out of here? Zoltan, thank you very much for providing me a code and having a look at this great app. Really, really fantastic job. Got a giveaway on the Patreon this weekend. So if you're on the Patreon and you want a copy, enter for the Wheel Awards, and we can throw some love your way. Let's go out with Tom's track. Exactly, Sai, I haven't forgotten. So this is Thomas Christ's brand new track that he's uploaded yesterday. Cool video. We're going to go out with it. Remember, folks, do the things that make you happy. Make mistakes, they make you better, and we all rise together. And I will see you tomorrow, because I am doing a live performance of Gladys Worthington. If you haven't seen Gladys Worthington today, there's an R rating, so be prepared for some disturbing shit, yeah? We'll have a big laugh tomorrow. Thank you so much, Emily. Let's go out with Thomas Christ's brand new track, Trials and Errors. See you tomorrow, folks.